The problems that we face in Britain are a problem that face the whole of Europe and the whole of the West. It's an attack on the West. Only united do we defeat it.
Tommy Robinson drops surprise announcement ahead of the 23rd. Okay, something just happened that's got everyone talking. Tommy Robinson, love him or hate him, has made a brand new announcement, and it's all timed around the 23rd. The details still unfolding. The reaction explosive. And the implications, that's where things get really interesting. Because this isn't just about one man making a statement. This is about how timing, messaging, and political theater collide, and why Robinson always seems to know how to dominate the headlines when it matters most. Robinson took to social media earlier today, posting a video that immediately lit up comment sections. In his usual style, it wasn't polished, it wasn't scripted, but it was direct, and that's exactly why it struck a chord. He hinted at a major move coming on the 23rd, something he framed as a line in the sand. Now, he didn't spell out every detail. That's the point. Robinson thrives on suspense, on getting people guessing, on building tension before the reveal. And it worked. Within minutes, hashtags were trending, clips were circulating, and commentators were scrambling to interpret what it all meant. So what could be behind this announcement? Some say it's about a rally. Others think it could be linked to legal battles he's been fighting. And a few are speculating it might be tied to politics more broadly, perhaps a new campaign, or an attempt to test the waters for something bigger. Whatever it is, the strategy is obvious. Robinson knows how to seize the moment. He knows how to grab attention at the exact time when the political climate is boiling, and the 23rd, just days away, is suddenly circled on calendars. Reactions came in fast. One supporter posted, "This is why we follow him. He doesn't wait for permission, he just acts." Another critic shot back, "Another stunt. Always building hype, never delivering substance." And then came the media. A journalist on a London radio show summed it up, "This isn't just about the 23rd, it's about narrative. Robinson wants to control it, before anyone else does." Here's what makes this really fascinating. Announcements like this aren't random. They're calculated. Robinson has built his brand on unpredictability, but behind the chaos there's often a clear playbook. Drop hints. Stir speculation. Make people talk. Even his harshest critics can't resist amplifying his message by reacting to it. Think about it. Right now, half of social media is debating what will happen on the 23rd. That's free publicity. That's how you dominate the conversation without even revealing the plan. But this raises deeper questions too. Why does Robinson still command this level of attention? Part of it is his base, loyal, vocal, and ready to amplify anything he posts. But another part is his role in the wider culture war. He positions himself as an outsider, someone constantly battling the establishment. And in an era where distrust in institutions is sky high, that message lands whether people agree with him or not. That's why announcements like this resonate. They're not just about what's being said. They're about what people project onto them. To some, this is Robinson standing up against the system. To others, it's just theater. But either way, it keeps him in the spotlight. Behind the scenes, insiders are nervous. A political strategist told one outlet, "Robinson knows timing better than anyone. Even if you don't agree with him, you can't ignore how he sets the agenda. That's what worries mainstream parties. He pulls attention away from them." Another analyst added, "The 23rd could be nothing, or it could be everything. That's the danger. The uncertainty itself is powerful." And they're right. Because in politics, sometimes the build-up is more important than the event itself. So where does this leave us? Well, with a lot of questions, and that's exactly the way Robinson wants it. What's happening on the 23rd? Will it be a turning point, or just another headline in the endless cycle? And how will the public react once the curtain is lifted? The bigger issue, though, is what this says about political communication today. We live in a time where suspense, drama, and spectacle often matter more than policy or detail. Robinson isn't alone in this. Politicians across the spectrum do it. But he's perfected the art of making people wait, speculate, and argue over what's coming next. And that brings us to the final point. The 23rd isn't just a date anymore. It's a test. A test of Robinson's influence. A test of whether hype translates into impact. A test of whether his critics can resist the urge to amplify his message by reacting to it. So mark the calendar, because like him or not, Tommy Robinson has made sure the 23rd is now a date everyone's watching. And the question remains, when the announcement finally drops, will it live up to the hype? Or will the real story be the frenzy he created just by saying the words? Stay tuned, because this one's not over.